Hello and welcome. I am Marisan Kyosuke, you can just call me Kyo, and welcome to the video series where we go through every character on HoloCure version 0.7, every character in alphabetical order, doing stage 5 using the little challenge of Halu 5 and Mono Weapon. If you want a longer explanation, feel free to go check out the first video of the series where I played as Aki Rose. Otherwise, enjoy. Takanashi Kiara. She uses the Phoenix Sword, which has a short-range slash in front. Her special is Phoenix Fire. Explode with the flames of a phoenix and gain a 15-second immortal Phoenix buff. If HP reaches 0, Kiara fully heals. Whoa! Look at that hat! Alright, we're gonna get this going. Here's all good. Boom. And let's get into what she does. Her first ability is Trailblazer, which increases her speed just straight up 20%. Leave a burning fire underneath Kiara whenever, it is whenever, not wherever. Whenever she moves, that deals 75% damage per hit, lasts 5 seconds, also slows targets for 3 seconds. So, things catching up to her, they'll slowly die. It's pretty nice. Dancer, while moving, gradually heals 5% HP per 5 seconds, and increases attack by 4% every second, up to 80%. Huge, huge. Also increases critical hit per chance by 1% per stack. If stopped, the buff will slowly decrease. So stacks goes up to 20%. Or 20. No, wait. Yes, 20. 20 times 4 is 80. Yeah, so 20 stacks. And we just keep moving. That's kind of the name of the game anyways. And then last ability is Phoenix Shield every 10 seconds. Well, I don't think it's affected by haste. I'm not sure. Gain 3 stacks of Phoenix Shield. The next 3 times hits taken is halved, and she becomes invulnerable for a quarter second. Alrighty, so let's go. Kiara is extremely powerful. What I want to do, especially late game, once she starts getting ramped up, so what I want to do is show off her attack speed. I think that's one of the big things about her. We'll grab the Raven's Feather, that's fine. So we're going to be grabbing both Candy and Tiara and Face Mask, just so that we can show off, try to get her to her, end game levels of attack speed. We don't need any healing. She has built-in healing. And if we're actually, not super gung-ho with her special, then we also have, immortality. So, no healing. We don't need that. Having built-in movement speed makes her a very good, early game character. Because, well, if you can't outrun the original enemy, then how are you gonna survive, Yeah, we'll level this up. That's fine. So, try to run 3 haste items. We have the feather already. So our last item will be Picky Picky. Just because, she does percent healing. So you might as well have percentage or higher health. And even just with 1 point of it, look how fast she's acting. Swing, swing, swing. This is like Callie at 150 hastes, I swear. And then that's Kiara's just right at 75. Heck, this might be Callie at 150 with, haste stamp. So out of these, let's get her weapon up. The weapon also scales very nicely. So on top of swinging many, many, many powerful times. Let's get rid of stuff. She double swings. She double hits, I mean. So every swing does 2 hits, apparently. If they even survive. We don't need this. Candy Sweets right now has the best multipliers going on at early levels per point. So sure, why not? A little bit of built-in DR, which just, 10 seconds of good play. Actually, I don't think she even needs to, like, not take damage for the 10 seconds to trigger. Do kind of what she wants. We're gonna take the face mask. It gives us 10% haste. A little bit of damage multiplying too. That's always good. The fire slows down things that are chasing her, which is a little helpful. So the Awakened Sword the sword is engulfed in flames and can hit many times. Also leaves burning fire under hit targets. Boom! Look how big that flame is. No additional bonuses right now. And look at many triggers of damage that was happening on that boss. That is nuts. So we do have reduced per hit because of candy. Normally, I think in a normal one, we replace candy with something else completely. Probably glasses, and then we'd replace the face mask with Gorilla Paw, which would make this, you know, per swing way higher. We'll max this so that we start getting the stat ups. Our goal is to reach like 200, hopefully 200 hastes, plus the haste stamp, to just show off how ridiculous this weapon gets. We're gonna keep the trumpet around as well, just to also show off, because she'll end up pretty easily double swinging, meaning she'll have a sword out while her sword is out, and that's kind of why she gets absolutely ridiculous. So let's haste hold it, take it, and we'll get it back soon. And like, the build we normally building would just do more damage per swing, and with the extra levels, we'll eventually get the same amount of haste that candy would give us. Eventually. But we're not doing endless. Oh my god, it just melted. We do not need marking stamp, by the way. We don't really need pacifist either, so we'll just level up this solo stamp. We're double tapping everything for, you know, up to 160 it looked like. Plus all of the flames, plus, you know, this sword multi-hits as well, more than twice, I guess. Since it had an upgrade that said swing twice, or hits enemies twice. And then her Awakened says hits multiple times. But regardless, we want the haste stamp, and then extra attack range is always nice on melee characters. Though with how big this sword is, I'm not convinced Kiara needs it. Since we're going all about, you know, constantly moving, we'll just use it for now, it's fine. Oh, look how big this sword is. Woo! So imagine also running milk and how big this blade is. Holy moly. Dude, it doesn't stop taking damage. That is so many hits. It looks like we have the marking stamp. It's just how many times it's hitting. That is nuts. Get the item. Alright, that's maxed out finally. Alright, so it's kind of normal to just see haste take haste. In some cases, we get less interested in haste when we get to a certain point and be all like, eh, we have enough haste, let's get that health. But again, a little bit of a showcase of endgame Kiara, and so if we see haste, no matter when it is, we'll take it. Sure, agreed. Haha. Look at all this money we're making. Sweet. So we're at 150 haste already, with 8 stamp drops. So with 14 more, at 2% each? Let's get the health. Oh, it doesn't say on this screen. So yeah, 2% haste each. Missing 13. We have another 26 haste from items alone. What? Gotta control that. I gotta control that. So these are all where I want them to be for now. Now, the interesting thing about the haste stamp is that it's multiplicative. So once we have 200 haste, the maxed out haste stamp, I think it's 25%, will be giving us as much haste as the Bibu stamp. But Kiara is a holding still type character. We want to keep our 20 stats. Goes down each second, goes back up each second. Looks like if we Bibu stepped, actually we could keep the buff up. That's what that little thing was. So we might do that by the end, just to try to see our. I mean, movement doesn't give us haste. Moving doesn't give us haste. It gives us attack, which is a lot of attack, and it's giving us crit rate. So just delete them. Alright, let's get this stamp. Yeah. The stamp finding stamp. Let's load up. We just want to see more stamps. We're being impatient. We want our move, we want our attack speed, and we want it now. Oh, what does this look like though? For holding still, not much. If you're moving, there's a slight RGB path behind it. Hard to see. Yep. We have 2 stamps to build, so we want 4 stamps on the ground, which is what we currently have. But, Kiara is so strong that once you've got her going, this is what she's gonna look like on stage 4 hard. Just kind of run around and delete things. Most likely. She's crazy. Hey, this is what we're looking for. We don't need the collector stamp anymore. Ho ho ho. Look at that. Look at that. Dun 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 dun. There are so many swings. Alright, these things are starting to annoy me. So we'll get rid of one. We'll wait for the Bibu stamp to do even more haste checking. So this is 175 with haste, with the stamp on. Oh. And you can see it's just obliterating things. Look at how many hits these walls are taking. It's an endless stream. Again, it looks just like as if they had the marking stamp on them, except that's just Kiara's weapon. That's just what it does. Hopefully we get the trumpet stamp so that we can listen to this attack speed. Speaking of trumpet stamp, one of my favorite trumpet stamp users is Korone. And that's coming up soon. Spoiler, I might just have to use the trumpet stamp the entire time. Absolutely destroyed. But haste holding gives us 6 hastes, which is 5 times 6 is 30. So 30%. We probably still run the Tiara. Do we even need to run the Tiara? She gets so much crit on her own, or whatever. I probably would still run Tiara on her and game in a serious game in quotations. So that's another 44. So that's 70 something. We have like a 35 base haste. So it's a guaranteed 100% haste. And then, like, over the course of the next 60 levels, because I think we hit like 100 or 90 generally on these runs. So over the course of the next 50 levels, we'll get more haste. You get even more levels when you're doing like endless or etc. And so this is very consistent to get to, this type of haste attack speed. On those higher EXP stages, like hard 4. That is the crit stamp. There's the knockback stamp. There's the trumpet stamp. Let's listen to the trumpet stamp. Feels pretty good. Yeah, because we very likely have 2 swords out at all times. Two blades. I don't want that. So, and what's funny is these 300 crits, I think as high as maybe 400, just under. It's deceptive because, I don't know, there's probably like at least 4 of these per swing. Oh my goodness. Does she get fire off? She does get to swing with her fire. So it's not the fastest clear we've seen. But she absolutely destroyed her. Killed it. There's the Bibu stamp. So let's go check this out. I haven't even shown you guys the ult yet. So the ult. Her special. Makes this big ol' fire. Meow. Enemies take damage time over it. We have 15 seconds to of immortality. So if you like pop that right before you die, I guess you resurrect full health. What am I doing here? Alright, we're about to see 260%, 259% haste. Yeah, look at that fire. I look like Ayame right now, right? With 2 swords out at all times. Alright, let's get this. That's some good attack speed, guys. So, 200, excuse me, 200, 250 haste. If you're focusing it down, this isn't too bad to get to on these endless runs. Now imagine this with this, like, we don't have our damage cut to... We don't have our damage cut by 25%. And we instead of a plus 30% damage, we'd be running a 40% damage item. And then you'd see that this damage would be pretty high. Probably the 500s by now, pretty easily. And then you could run like... I mean, you just run this. Attack setup, probably. Stamp setup. Maybe you can run... What's it called? The blacksmith goggles. Maybe you can run milk. But, I don't know, glasses and paw. It's a pretty good little combo anyways to use instead of face mask and candy. Eee, 400. I saw 400 in there, guys. So, basically, like, Kiara's running a fire chainsword. Chainsaw, and just buzzsaws right through everything. Gosh. DPS is crazy. Ah. Bzz, 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 bzz. I don't need any of these stamps anymore, right? Should I build this? I don't see any reason to. I'll be fine. Let's get rid of all these stamps. It's fine. You guys are sick of the trumpet stamp already by now. We only used it for a couple seconds. Yeah, so I'm currently still working on getting all of the fan letters. I believe I have everything, all of them from this stage already. I'm missing like 2 from stage 1, but one of those can also get staged in stage 3. So I'm only missing 1 on stage 1, basically. I'm missing 2 or 3 at least on stage 2. I think it's 3 on stage 2, 3 on stage 3. And then that probably leaves a few on stage 4. I don't know how many. So that's been going. What I don't know at the moment is if... Dude, we found the Watame boss and killed it within 4 seconds. What I don't know is that there is a boost rate to fan letter drops. I don't know what I was calling them before. Was I calling them cards again? I played a lot of Ragnarok Online, so I keep calling them cards. But the fan mail, they have a higher chance to drop if you're using the holo member of the fan that you want the drop from. So if you wanted Watames, you would bring Watame here and beat up the poor Watamates, if that's the only card you're missing. But what I don't know is if the boosted rates from that is better than Pakora's boost from Lucky, because up to 30% crit or up to 30 stacks, she helps increase drop rates on stuff. So I don't know. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. That'd be super helpful if you know specifically better. Since I am farming for a single card on a stage, I might want to use, I think, a Yadakoratsu card. So I might want to be using Sana to farm for it. But I've also been, like, farming with Pekora. But, you know, it's been a while, and still I don't have the cards, so... I'd assume they had Pekora in mind when they were designing it, and did give higher rates to the solo, or to the actual, character. That's by assumption. Do I see any 500s yet? I don't think so. Oh, I should not be holding still for too long. Gosh. I am, not gonna lie. I'm not looking forward to the Luna run when we get to, like, stage 4 hard doing stuff. Because, well, her one ability is the opposite of Kiara, where she gets a bunch of attack and stuff by stopping for 10 seconds. And then while she's moving, the buff ticks away. And, stopping sucks. It's very anti what I want to be doing. So it makes it a bit rough to play her. But it's such a big buff that it's really hard to say ignore it. Unlike Kanata's buff, where it's pretty easy to ignore. You're like, it's fine, just do big damage with her shuriken, which... Thinking about it, It's possible that Kanata's Shuriken have a similar damage, like, amounts. Or similar damage output to this in a single line. Question mark? I think this is just, like, more hits. I think this is actually still hitting more frequently. But the damage number, they get to about the same. The 500s by now. Alright. I'm just kinda... Dude, we don't bother getting hit because everything we look at just eviscerates. It just melts in the flame. So we're just like chilling. We run circles. We get our experience. We stop for a little bit. The boss dies. Maybe the boss took longer than it should have. I don't know. I think I was at like the 9-second switch when the boss died. No, we're not doing damage anymore. We're so weak. Ah, wall. What's spawning? What is spawning? I don't know. It's gone. Do we want to do a Bibu check again with the haste soon? We really do look like Ayame when we start doing this type of stuff. Oh man, this is some crazy stuff. Alright, when we get the 930 or something, I guess the next time we get a haste level, we'll pick up the Beaver stamp. I'm sure we're about to get one. We'll get one this next level. We'll reroll for it. No, no, yes. And then we'll pick up the Beaver stamp. Dude, we're almost at 3 blades. Holy moly. I do not know how to Bibu step if we have a million weapons out at the same time. Not gonna lie. We almost have 3 simultaneously. This is nuts. So, Kiara having essentially infinite scaling on haste is absolutely nuts. It is, it is horrifying. Let's sell it. Yeah. We'll try to get her with the weapon. Alright, Kiara absolutely destroyed it. Just a sneak preview of what late game Kiara looks like with a lot of haste stacking. And just so that we could, you know, super get it within the first 20 minutes. Just show it off, guys. Almost 3 weapons. Hope you enjoyed. And there's the clear. Thank you all for watching, and please come join us over on YouTube or on Twitch at twitch.tv/marisankyosuke_TV. Same name as this YouTube account. Would love to have you. Come chat and say hi. Or just lurk. You don't have to talk at all. And of course, blah, blah, blah. Like, comment, subscribe if you don't know already. That's how all YouTube content creators get discovered eventually. So, other than that, take care. Bye-bye.